make you so special? Why did he bless you? Think about it. I woke up this morning. Got a smile when I say that shit. Woke up this morning. Go.
Hey, we're live. I've never started that way, but I'm gonna. Okay, well, we're live with Casey Holmes.
The one and only.
And Grant Abts.
How's it going? Back at it.
And I just thought I'd start with a damn, but I'm stuck. It was funnier.
You were supposed to dab too. You were supposed to dab too.
Was I?
Yeah.
You just didn't get the rhythm.
Well, I'm not 15, so.
That was way funnier in my head, by the way.
We should have had Drew.
I was expecting
we should have had Drew.
Yeah, screw you guys.
That's Grant's younger brother.
My 14-year-old brother is definitely cooler than me, and I'm willing to admit that.
And funnier.
Yeah. There's a few aspects.
Cuter too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not hard to beat though.
Okay, Casey, you've been trying to date me since freshman year of high school.
But nobody wears shirt pockets like you.
He's got the vineyard vine, actually, so he's got the shirt pockets covered.
Dang
prints.
it. Well, actually, I always do that. Like whenever people
in there, you can't see what it was.
Did you mean to fold these like this? Is that the trend?
Oh. Yeah. I knew. I'm like, Casey's gonna say something. There it is. It's out of the way. Do you feel better now?
I feel good.
Okay.
Well, actually, Casey and I were texting, and we only had you on today because we wanted to just roast you.
Yeah. So
for like a whole hour.
Roast
Turn this off and just get in my car.
If he starts to go, just you get him. All right, hold him down.
Yes. You guys are terrible. Cool. Anyways,
so well, we've all known each other a little background since 2010 because that's an easy year to remember. That's our freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Like, it's super easy.
I met you two both through that class, right?
And none of us had gone to the same school before.
Yes,
correct.
Obviously, because we didn't know each other, but so we had all like different groups of friends.
Yeah.
It is weird that we've literally all met at the exact same time.
Yeah. I just realized. Oh, cool. Well,
Yeah,
that's cool.
that is different.
Absolutely.
Wait, so we all met in history class?
I believe so. I believe that's where I met both of you
We're
guys.
not joking. You.
Or was it government?
I think it was government or something.
Way to go.
I don't even know what that teacher looks like.
I can't.
No, wait.
You know what I mean?
He quit, and then a girl came in.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I bet no one cares.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we don't care what the professor looked like. Let's go with some thought-provoking
We got some cool topics today, though.
We do. We get some cool topics prepared for y'all.
Casey's taking over.
So, what have you guys learned about yourself since high school?
Casey, you go first.
Where's the starting point? Wait, just reference point on this question, like
Since
senior
graduation,
year.
or
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
since graduation?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like I learned a lot about different cultures first, just moving away. That
Yeah.
like, I feel like okay, we get stuck in a bubble, and we'd never know what like other people are doing. So I learned a lot about like just being open-minded, positivity, and I'd say the most would be in the last year, just like being self-sufficient. Don't depend on anyone else to make you happy.
True.
Definitely.
I like it.
100%.
Yeah.
What about you, Grace?
Let's see.
I like that last one, by the way. Don't depend on anybody else for your happiness. Like,
Yeah.
That's a tough one. That gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, for me personally, like, I don't know, like, I'm still deciding, like, if I regret, like, how I went about the past 4 years. Like, because I went to community college, just kind of stayed at home. Like, I tried to just play it so financially smart, like, best possible way when it comes to saving money. And, like, I don't know, it was tough just because, like, you're seeing on social media, like, you're down at Ole Miss, like, having a great time. Like, everyone's just out and about, and I'm just like, okay, well, stuck in Wentzville, still kind of doing the same thing. But, like, I don't know, it definitely has its pros and cons just because, like, I'm, like, pretty debt-free up until this point. Like, so.
That's nice. I envy that a lot.
But one thing I have learned about myself is that, like, I cannot allow myself to get stuck in that, like, super financially smart, like, play it by the books, like, straight out, like, I just can't play it that way. Like, I have to be able to enjoy myself and go out and kind of, like, spend a little money and meet people and not just constantly be on the work grind. So
it seems like you've gotten better at finding a balance between, like, order in your life and then, like, spontaneous, like, like having fun. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah, I can easily get stuck in the work grind just saving up money, but that is not the happiest Grant that I know. The happiest Grant is working and providing and, like, making sure I'm taken care of financially, and then also just getting out there and just meeting people and stuff.
Work hard, play hard.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the way to go. So
Happiest Grant still sucks, but
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you're
subpar.
whatever.
Jordan, what about you?
Ooh, I feel like I've learned so much. I like when I look at myself senior year of high school, it's like,
Freshman year.
oh yeah. I mean, it's like expected to change a ton because I mean we were 18, now we're 22. Like that's especially at that point in life, like you're expected to change a ton. But it's just I wouldn't have
But also be true to
anticipated.
yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
One thing I have to say is my dad's always told me the biggest change in life is to stay the same because everybody else changes who they are.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
Yeah.
That's a big change because if you stay true to who you are, no one else does most of the time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's really important, and I feel like I've really going off of that, establishing a value system and like a set of like principles, like honesty. We were talking about that the other night.
Yeah.
Like, well, I've always valued honesty. You guys have always valued honesty as well, and I don't know, just making an emphasis on like, okay, I'm always going to be honest. I'm always going to respond this way in this situation, and obviously your personality is kind of malleable, and it's going to like kind of shift a little bit.
Each person has those specific characteristics that they like value a little more than the other. You know what I'm saying? Like each person has like, I mean, you might value honesty, and like I don't know, someone else like working hard and providing is like such a big key for a different person. So
Right, or loyalty. Yeah.
But I feel like the good group of friends that we had through high school all had pretty similar values, you know?
Yeah, I would say
for the most part.
Yeah. Honesty, I would say like
Yeah.
all over the table is everyone's agreeing with that. So that's a high characteristic to be valued. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Because I feel like whenever you are honest and like extremely honest, at the point, like at least I don't know if you guys remember in high school, I was like blunt. Like I was like too honest at points.
I still can be like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's I've been trying to like filter that out a little bit and not necessarily say like what I'm feeling all the time. Like
Yeah, you have to realize like you have to do a balance. Like sometimes people need it. Like you
Yeah.
have to tell them like, all right, no, that's not cool. But then sometimes you're like, all right, they really need some help. Like you need to like.
Honestly, like that's like it's so hard. Like it's kind of easy to tell the people you don't like that they're like screwing up or whatever. When it comes to like telling your friends that they're screwing up, like I feel like that's like tougher, honestly.
Yeah,
and
no.
like that's where the real like friendship lies. Is if someone is willing to get out of the comfort zone and be like, hey, dude, like. You're my homie. Like I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like that was not cool. Like
Yeah.
or something.
I found it hard in the past, but at the same time, like I feel like whenever you really care, like genuinely care about somebody,
It
like
comes naturally.
yeah, like it's
sit down
actually
and tell 'em.
it's difficult for me to like see a problem emerging amongst one of my friends, especially like a friendship I really value, and not tell them how I feel. But I get what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
I think a hard thing with our generation is telling them to their face. So many people just want to
Oh,
text
the
and like
texting.
like fight about it. I feel like with my friends, I want to be able to sit down and be like, okay, this is a disagreement we had. Like, I'm sorry that you felt this way. Like, let's talk about it instead of just like texting about it.
Yeah, it's obviously so much more uncomfortable to be sitting across from the person.
Well,
It's so easy to just text because you have time to think about it and process everything, word it out, delete sentences, add something like.
And people can take it a certain way.
Yeah.
And if you, I don't know, if you're texting all the time, you lose social skills. There's so many people in our generation
yeah,
that cannot
absolutely.
just sit down and talk to someone.
Yeah, it's terrifying to them, and it's really sad that that's kind of where our generation is going. I don't know.
our social skills are weird. They're like we've adapted in a weird way. Like
They're just
different ways, or
There's pros and cons.
yeah, like different characteristics are valued like higher. Like I don't know, like the way you interact on social media. Like we've adapted in communicating in that way, but like I feel like I agree. Like the face-to-face conversation is what we're kind of lacking in result of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're like extremely proficient at like other forms of communicating.
Right. Exactly.
Like social media, like it allows us to communicate efficiently. If I want to text Fischer right now, and for him to get it right now, he's gonna get it. Like, and so you don't have to wait for that face.
Like just like planning that volleyball group. Like that was so easy because we could text each other, put each other in a group meet. I mean, like 20 years ago, I don't know how.
We're really good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're amazing.
Our networking skills are like
Yeah, out on the court, networking skills. Man, we got that down. We had that down.
we were not good.
No, we were.
We could have played.
Honestly, us three weren't too bad. Like us three and Mason were like the core.
Mason was
But Mason killed it. You were the best girl for sure. But,
Thank you. I hope they don't watch this video.
No, cool people. Just
That's a lot of Yeah, someone was swinging the bat out there. Yeah, that was...
At one point, we were winning 14-2, and
they came
still
back
lost.
and smoked.
We lost like 21-17 or
We
something.
just all like became little. We just all like got in our little shells and we just like froze up. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Okay, back.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
getting
gonna
off topic.
yes, no.
You guys want to talk about being single?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
You go first.
All right, yeah. So we just I don't know.
Wait, I
there's a
feel like
lot
we
of-
should say first that we've like all feel like we've been in love, or no? No.
Whoa.
Well, don't you think?
I've experienced that.
But do you think
have
you were
also-
genuinely in love, or do you think you've been in love?
or was it just major infatuation?
I
And
think
it was new and for like something you hadn't experienced.
It's an important question to ask.
Because that's how I feel like I was.
I believe I was. I believe I was.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident saying I was too.
I feel like every love is so different.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've had like different experiences of it, but one specific time, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what's that like in comparison, being in that state of your
single.
life compared to like, because we're all
single.
I think there are pros and cons to both.
There definitely are.
And I think it's all about finding somebody that makes the pros of being single like worth
Outbalance.
giving those up for like somebody else. Like to like settle down and commit.
It's worth it. It's worth it to give up that freedom.
And you don't even think that you're losing out on
Yeah.
the pros of being single because you like this person so much. That's how it should be. You shouldn't even think like, oh, I want to be single.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that you can't just throw that away on like anyone. So it has to be like. So personally, I like being single because I don't have to worry about what anyone's doing. Not that I worry, but I can just focus on myself.
And with where you're at, like in this huge transition phase, like that's just the right
Yeah.
call. Like it just honestly, like if I heard like you start like dating someone, I'm like, I don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like so many
yeah.
people are like, oh, I know this cute guy, or and like I'm not gonna date someone right now. I'm moving.
Yeah,
So
you're going up to New York. Congratulations, by the way. She's going to New York to start her job and stuff. But yeah, no, I mean,
Well, maybe she still has to ask some questions. The articles we were looking up before.
oh yeah, I might not be able to answer those
oh
questions.
yeah,
19 questions you might have to ask before moving to NYC.
yeah. We were saying she's going to get to number 4 and be like, "Yep, I'm dropping it." I gotta figure it. Obviously, from this random article, I'm not ready, and this is going to be the source.
I definitely don't Google New York. It scares me.
Hey, just explore it. Just get there and settle in, and like just walk out the door and start walking.
Start
That's
dating,
New
I
York, right? Like,
Yes.
Just kidding.
yeah. Well, no, not exactly, but
Okay, so how do you guys feel about being single?
for me personally, like, I don't want to like dog on anyone that's like in a serious relationship, or even like, I mean, I have some friends that are married at our age, and like people getting engaged in our age, and then people that are having kids at our age. And for me,
And that is important to note because this is a 22-year-old perspective.
yeah, absolutely.
And,
Yeah, these are all life experiences that my peers are having right now. And I just at this point in time, I think we're still getting to know ourselves, and I think we'll be doing that really all throughout our life. But that 18
Yeah.
to 22 phase, like you learn so much because most of us get thrown into a situation that we're super uncomfortable with, going to college, moving away somewhere.
Yeah.
And you just learn a ton in comparison to like being stuck at home and stuff. So
Absolutely.
and I think
I don't
that's
know.
just, I don't know.
I don't know about you guys, but I remember like when I think about myself in high school, I never thought about like who I was as a person. Yeah, I don't know. Like I didn't think, oh, like this is what people think of me. And now, like in the past
It's
year,
just a deeper thinking.
yeah, now I have so much more like thoughts about myself and how I want to be as a person.
Yeah.
And that I want to do that on my own, and I want to like love myself before I like, invest my time in someone else.
Yeah.
That's the healthiest way to go about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're thinking about like how you define yourself and how other people perceive you, and
Kind of. Well, I mean, like I don't really care what people think of me. Not like a bad way. It's just like I want to be self-sufficient. That's like the biggest thing for me. Is like I don't want to depend on someone else to make me happy, and like that's happened to me before, and it sucked. So I need to be like, these things make me happy, and like figure it out.
I agree. I think it's important that like going off of that with like caring about what people say and what they don't say. Where's I going with that? Oh, that's the worst.
No.
Get out. New
Constantly,
interviewer, please. He screwed up.
constantly to question your intentions. Because if you have good intentions, then ultimately you're the one who's going to know if you have good intentions or not.
Yeah.
So therefore you can carry on, and like if your intentions are good and pure, then who cares what anybody has to say about it? Because if they're hating on like loving intentions, then they're just spiteful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Like Lifehouse, they sing a song called Whatever It Takes, and they say, you have to love yourself before you can ever love me. Like, I actually think that's true. I mean, that's
She's got it up on a plaque in her room. She
basic
looks
girl.
at it
That
every
was
morning.
basic girl.
No, I don't see that as basic at all. I think
was-
that's wisdom. I think that's wise.
But, like, seriously. Because do you think you guys love yourself 100%?
Ooh. Ooh.
Can you love yourself 100%?
Probably not.
Can you love yourself
What is-
100% while being single?
And what does that look like, loving yourself 100%? Like, day to day, like, physically, like...
I mean, do you say positive things about yourself, or are you always negative?
That's something, I'll be real, that's something I really, like, that's definitely been a struggle for me. Like, a little bit throughout high school, a little bit throughout college, just, like, realizing I am a human being. Like, just, I don't know, I've just been really well known to, like, just put a lot of pressure on myself. It's like, this is just you just need to relax. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everyone screws up in some ways, but you're still, like, on the right path, trying to get your degree, blah, 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 and I don't know.
I feel like as much as other people might judge you, like, you judge yourself the most, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
With some people, you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
For sure.
My self-talk is not judgmental at all.
Really?
I mean, it's honest. It's extremely honest and
Yeah.
very objective.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like, if my intentions are pure, then I really don't care. Maybe I didn't get the end result I wanted, but like I tried.
Yeah.
Well, going off of what you were saying, like all of us kind of feeling lost. Like I agree with that. I was thinking about that the other day, and like I don't think I feel like you always are gonna feel lost in life, but I feel like it's all about finding like those, like trying new things and hanging out with different people that are gonna bring out different aspects of your
Starting new
personality.
journeys.
Which is why it's so cool for you, because like you taking on NYC, you're gonna like new parts of your personality that you didn't even know existed before are gonna like emerge.
Right.
And that's so exciting.
Yeah.
You know? Like I'm excited for you. Like,
Yeah.
And it's like,
I agree.
Like, I feel like people get so nervous when it comes to like moving away, and like some people, I bet people back out just because like I just can't move that far away
Yeah.
from everyone that I know.
Fear.
But I've heard, I don't know who said it was just a buddy or something. Like in a year from now, like you're gonna have these friends down there, and you're gonna think to yourself, if I didn't move to New York,
I would.
they would never have been a part of my life.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
can't
just-
fear the
And
uncertainty.
like,
Yeah.
New York is such a melting pot, so I'm gonna get to see so many
Yeah, there's gonna be
different
so
people,
much
from all
diversity.
over the world. So I feel like that'll be a good thing because I want to travel. So
Yeah, exactly.
Be a life experience.
yeah,
That's the thing when it coming back to like our age, this opportunity that we have, like to not settle down so fast and just experience, just soak in as much experience as we possibly can when it comes to people, when it comes to places, when it comes to ideas.
like we were saying, there's so many people our age, like in different parts of the world, that have a completely different perspective on life just because of where they lived.
Oh yeah,
which
we were
is
like,
weird.
yeah, we were talking about that a little bit, like just how like fortunate we are. Like you think about the 7 billion people in this world, and I don't know how many Americans there are specifically, but the fact that we were like born in America, and that probability, and not being born in somewhere like Haiti or something, somewhere really crazy like that, like that's just wild. Like we're just so blessed.
We are.
So,
How did you move? This is just like since you said the word Haiti.
Yeah.
He was born in Haiti, grew up there his entire life. I've had him on the podcast, episode number 30 something.
Shout out.
Something.
Yeah.
But he was born in Haiti, grew up in Haiti his entire life, and he knew he was going to get adopted because his parents couldn't provide like specific things, necessities that he needed. So he knew he was going to get adopted. This adoption process took years for him.
Yeah, it always
no
takes
joke.
so long.
He got adopted in 2009, November. The Haitian earthquake happened in January of 2010. 2 months before the Haitian earthquake, he had friends
Wild,
pass
dude.
away.
Yeah.
Like
Wild.
And now he's like super like very altruistic, like very giving to other people, and I just think that's so
I
cool.
bet that experience, like that probably rocked his world. Like he got out of there 2 months before that happened. Like that put some perspective on you.
Yeah.
Like imagine what could have happened.
Like, you're so blessed.
That process, like that adopting process, is so nitty gritty and takes so long, and like factors just always pop up that hinder things and like prolong the process. That could have easily happened, and he could have been there when that happened.
Took 3 months longer.
Yeah.
Man, he could be dead right now.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
wild.
Yeah.
That's why I love meeting foreign people, because they have like a different type of appreciation for our culture that we've just kind of like
Taken for granted.
we really have.
So at my work, I work as a lifeguard. I was talking to this guy who moved from Africa like 4 years ago to the States, and I was just kind of asking him questions, just kind of like digging on what he thinks about American stuff. And he's like, I mean, like it is what like it's made out to be, like Africa's perspective on America. Like it's the place for opportunity, for growing, for like just completely expanding as a person. And so like he made it over. But I was like talking to him about like social media and stuff like that, and he's like, it just seems like such a waste of time. Like, and it's just so interesting. Like, on
we try to like give people a perspective of how we like live our lives. Like, we want to make it look perfect. We aren't gonna post bad pictures on social media of how we look or like what's going on, like everyday stuff.
Yeah, and not dogging on social media. Like, obviously we all use it and we're all a fan of it and stuff. But like, I don't know, it's just kind of interesting hearing his perspective on it all. And like he uses it too and stuff, but like he's like, I definitely try to like watch myself on how much I'm on my stinking phone. So
totally, because that's just life for us. That is wild.
Just kind of what we're dealing with at this age.
I liked what you had to say about relationships earlier too. Just side note.
What?
I don't remember, but it was good. I just remember liking it. I remember liking it.
Obviously, it really stuck out to you, Fisher. I don't want to I don't want to dog on relationships, but like if you're in a relationship, like do that new stuff together. Like keep going out with friends and meeting new people together. Travel
don't just sit at home.
Yes, there's those couples that just become those
very hindered. They hinder each other because of their dependency upon each other.
Yes, and then
they don't realize that like they are literally putting their happiness in that person. Like, I need this person laying next to me. I need this person with me, making food, getting food, doing all that. Like, you should be able to do that on your own. You should be able to go on a walk by yourself. You know?
Yeah, and I think you should like. Obviously spending time with each other is so important, but like you should almost make it to where like seeing each other like is exciting. Like you're not with each other like 24/7 the whole week, because that like kind of like depreciates the value of being with each other.
Him. Like,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
you gotta
distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yep, exactly. You gotta kind of like space things out and like have your own things that you yourself do. Like not always with this girl or this guy or whatever, but like still remain an individual as well.
I feel about like I don't care if other people do, but like me personally, like, I don't want to move in with someone that I'm dating like right away, because like you're gonna be with that if that person's yours, like the person that you're supposed to be with, you're gonna live with that person the rest of your life. So like I don't care if other people do that. That's just my opinion, because like I'd rather have fun with friends and like like have girl roommates, before I live with a guy that I'm gonna be with forever.
Yeah, he'll come over and hang out a lot anyways. Like, we'll see him a lot, but like, some people's perspective on that is that just, I don't know, like you really get to know someone when you live with them. Which
that is
very true. Very true. But yeah, it's just
maybe if like once you're engaged or something, but I'm saying like right away,
risky, very, very risky.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta get to know them a lot more.
Yeah,
a lot more.
Yeah,
and then you get to know them so fast, and it's like. Just like what the relationship happened.
Just like we were saying with rushing everything. Like,
yes.
That's what I'm trying to...
digital clock is like in people's heads, I think. Like,
what do you mean?
Like by this age I need to be engaged, this age I need to be married, I just need to start having kids like by this age. And like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it happens to me because I'm like, oh my gosh, like all my friends have boyfriends. But then I just sit down and think like,
oh my gosh, all our friends are graduating. Yeah. We totally get that. Yeah.
But it's just like, like you just feel
Everyone's
pressure.
At their own pace.
Yeah, everybody has their own clock and you just can't just let everyone do their own thing,
It's super easy in today's day and age. Like we're comparing each other. Like we were saying, like
social media fuels that too.
Yeah, like they just graduated. You're seeing everybody that graduate. You're not seeing everybody who's still working on that degree.
I'll leave the room.
Fisher, let's make a post on Instagram. Still in school.
Yeah. Didn't graduate.
Yeah, we're still working. We're still going. It's fine.
Super grateful for everybody who's gotten me to this point.
Cheers to going into my senior year.
Hey, you know what? You guys should be proud of yourself. So many people don't even finish, so.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, I told my mom that all the time. I'm like, without you, because I hate school. It's just not the way my mind works. Like I'm a lot more like creative, and I have a very like quick pace. Like I learn from this. I learn from like actually like feedback and talking, and I don't learn from somebody preaching at me. I zone out.
That's how I've always felt that school should be more than just like learning about science, math, and like I feel like we should learn like about
Social skills. Social skills.
There should be
class.
etiquette class. There should be like
how to go into interviews. How to
right. Like
I took my minor's comm or communications. So I'm cool enough that I say calm. You know? no big deal, guys. I hope you're not too impressed.
Yeah, we're not on the same page as this guy is. He's throwing a calm.
Well, I did a comm minor and like, I didn't even mean to say it.
All right, now you're just being douchey about it. Now it's just coming off.
yeah, like chill.
I'm just bragging. Well, I did.
If I said I was a biz major, I would laugh so hard.
Oh my god.
And that's like it's insane how much more I learned because I don't know, like my teachers did a better job of like creating a culture within the classroom of like actually like conversing and getting feedback and talking and like voicing your opinions. Like I thrived in that environment much more than the monotone, lackluster like I don't know, the business courses really.
Just like even like doing your taxes, things like that. Where like I have no clue. Like
Yep.
you know.
Oh shit! Oh, she's graduated. She doesn't know. Oh, dude. Oh,
Good. We're in the clear.
okay, good.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like so many of those life skills kind of classes. Like I don't know, putting a mortgage down on a house. Like I don't know, just
That's
all that
like-
kind of what?
That's Libby.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know.
Do you think they want us to be scared?
No, I think that they genuinely think that they like.
I think they're like.
You know, in high school, they're like, you're gonna have to do this for college, and then you get to college, and you're like,
oh wait, this isn't. Yeah, this isn't as
this
scary
is
as
not
it's
like
meant
they're
to be.
like, you have homework every night, and then I'm like, dude, I have 3 tests, and that's my whole grade.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
like, you know, it's just like that's what they think happens, and then that's not. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because professors, like, I'm not saying professors don't, but like they also kind of get like caught up in the whole college life. Like, you know, like if they're just constantly teaching on a campus, they don't get to go out and like, you know what I'm saying, do the business stuff. And I'm not saying not all of them, but like
Yeah.
I feel like that they might think this is like everything you need to know, and
yeah,
it's really not.
exactly. And when experience is just so incredibly important.
So you're saying since they spend so much time on the college campus, they kind of have an unrealistic view of what the real world's actually going to be like?
Some. I'm not saying all of them. That sounds like so bad, but I just feel
No, I
like,
get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
Professors are incompetent.
I just feel like some of them don't prepare you for the real world. Like I've had some that will be like, they'll tell you when you interview, this is how you talk, this is what you say, this is what you dress like, or some, like one of mine would literally show clips of Step Brothers and reference it like into our class, and it was actually like really funny and made me like want to listen, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like if you take like real life situations, it's the best thing to do.
But at the end of the day, everybody wants to laugh. Everybody wants to be happy. Like, we're all so similar that I feel like there's not much need to worry.
Not me, I never laugh.
Like, yeah, true. Like, you know what I mean? Like that sense of humor that like you have, like you're taking that everywhere you go with you, and like
Yeah.
people are gonna be drawn to that, like whether
Oh,
it's
stop.
you're in the real world or not, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
We'll go
No,
with it.
absolutely. Yeah. Hey,
What's
can
our
I-
next topic?
Can I throw out one of these random questions? Or unless
Yes.
you got something.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. What activities cause you to feel like you are living life to the fullest?
What
Rated G. PG.
What activities?
What
for me?
activities cause you to feel like you are living life to the fullest?
I think
Think of a situation where it's like, I'm living my best life right now. Basic.
I think anything that's gonna heighten
Going to
present
get a
moment awareness.
Starbucks early in the morning.
Yikes.
I just feel alive.
This is it for
Putting on my Ugg boots, getting a Starbucks, and listening to Instapic.
I've peaked. Yep, this is it. This is the top dog situation for me.
Honestly, like I feel like when I'm hanging out with everyone, that like makes me happy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when I'm surrounding myself with people I want to surround myself, like when I'm with
Good company.
yes, I'll be the first to say this. When I'm with someone I don't want to be around, like my mood is like miserable. I'm like, get me out of
See,
here.
we've never seen that because you love us. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always so happy.
Yeah, no, I think like that situation for sure, like being around those people, you just absolutely 100% enjoy their company every time. Like it's just always a great time. But like for me, as long as I'm in that situation and don't have any of those things like on the back of my mind, like I gotta do this, I'm behind on this, blah, blah. If I'm like caught up with everything
Yeah.
and I'm like on top of my game and I've got all like my stuff I need to do, like I don't know. That's like.
So I would say probably traveling. Because, like, if you're just, like, enjoying things and not thinking about anything else, then I'm like, you're, like, living a good life. Because you're going to see, like, a bunch of different things that you didn't even know. You know?
Yeah. Where do you guys...
Shift in perspective.
Where do you guys, like, want to travel? Where are some places in your head, like, I have to go here in the next 10 years?
Well, never even gave me a chance to answer the question.
I'm sorry.
Rips the paper up.
Well, my answer to that would be, I don't know. I think there are a myriad of ways that I could like accomplish that. Like anything that's gonna make me feel like most alive. And I feel like anything that makes me personally feel most alive is anything that heightens present moment awareness. Like, so like with that being said, anything I'm passionate about, like soccer definitely does that for me. To where you're like in like a flow state. You know what I mean? Like to where. Like you just feel like so there.
Yeah.
And like podcasting is another example.
Shirtless boys.
Yes, exactly. Like when I'm scrolling through it, you can zoom in on them. You're just like,
what is wrong with you? You're gonna drop that one. Anyways.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
oh no, that was all I had.
No, you ruined it. He's being nice. You ruined it with the shirtless voice comment. He wanted to keep going and you stopped him.
Sorry.
Do we want to hop over to the traveling question?
Yes.
You got something? You guys got any like?
Where you want to go?
You're saying there's one spot? Can we do three?
Oh wait, no. But let's like pick first spot. Like if you're gonna die in a year, where are you gonna go?
Out of the country or in the country? I think we should specify. Out of the country. Yeah.
Well, anywhere.
Well, anywhere. Okay, yeah, pick anywhere.
Cool.
Mine. Greece.
Greece. Okay. Yeah,
Greece.
I'm totally not gonna like that when I hear that. I'm not gonna like that.
That's gonna be the highlight. Just that to start off the highlight.
It's just the whole video is me saying Greece.
I really just want to go to Greece.
I'll slow it down too, so it's like
We have some more water for her.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. That was embarrassing.
I would definitely say for me like Europe, just in like general.
You can't do that because that's not specific. Hey, be more Pacific.
Man, your jokes are good today. I'm not keeping up at all.
Oh, sorry. These hurt right now. These hurt.
All right, specific. I mean, like, that's so tough. Like, I feel like Germany would be really cool. Amsterdam. I've heard great things about Amsterdam. England would obviously
that's
be
really
super
cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Greece.
you're not narrowing it down too much. It's like
I went from continent to country. Okay, just give me a break.
naming every single country.
Can we do it while like an event's going on?
Sure.
Because like the World Cup's going on right now. It probably won't be by the time this is released, but like if I could do somewhere, like if I could choose where the World Cup is and then go there while the World Cup's going on, that's what I would choose.
Yeah,
but I think my answer would be either somewhere in Australia or somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, Australia.
You guys are literally saying continents. Well then.
All of it. We choose all of it, right?
Yeah, mine would be Europe then.
Europe. Okay.
Yeah.
We're specifically in Greece then, miss. Oh, you're not being particular
I don't know.
That is a hard question. Iceland. I saw some pictures online.
Oh yeah, that place looks so cool.
Looks cool.
They have like the black sand beaches. Those amaze me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think.
Is it like very fine?
Wait, am I thinking of
sand?
Iceland?
I have no idea.
Your nose, Rita.
I just took exactly what you said for fact. Now I'm
Just
always
take it
going to
for
remember
fact.
that.
Well, that was your first mistake. Always fact check.
Okay. One thing cool that I have done is like my mom has always wanted to check off all 50 states before she's 50, and I've been to 38 states.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So.
What states do you still have to?
I have some actually in the Northeast, like Maine and Vermont, and then.
You've been to Alaska?
No, Alaska, Hawaii. We actually are supposed to go on an Alaskan cruise next year.
Nice.
And Washington, Oregon, like some over there. So I don't remember all of them, but yeah.
Cool.
You could probably hit a lot of those in one road trip.
Oh yeah. We actually, when we move me up there, we're gonna try to like shoot up to Maine.
Yeah, I was about to say you're probably gonna get a good chunk of states out of the way when you move to New York for sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot up in Maine.
Whoa! she moves up to New York.
Took a twist.
Yeah. Casey just
Oh god.
Well,
that place.
where do you guys see yourself yourselves? My bad. My grammar's terrible. Where do
You definitely did not graduate.
clearly didn't graduate.
You know what, Casey? We're trying our best here, and I think it's less judgmental.
But just point out my flaws. Point out my insecurities.
You need
Big
to,
shot
you
New
need
York
to finish
girl.
comm.
Go work on your comm.
You nerd.
Where do you see yourselves in 5 years?
You go, Jordan. You go back.
Yeah.
Okay. How old will we be? 27.
27.
You'll be almost 28. Oof.
What is that? Am I older than you guys? Aren't you
I'm
you
older
guys?
than you.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
older than both of you. I'm
Oh,
oldest.
you're gonna be
September.
20.
Aren't you
Yeah.
like September or something?
I'm January.
Oh, really? I thought. Okay.
But that's
I
like,
thought you were
that's like really soon. You're like really old, man.
Casey. I know. I'm like the oldest. I'm like one of the oldest in our grade, and like I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I know. I turned 23 before everyone else.
I don't know. I don't know where I see myself in 5
You don't
years.
have like any.
Like.
Did
Do you see
hear
yourself-
that judgment?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Like,
You have any?
like, do you see
just
yourself
figure
living
it
in
out.
Missouri?
Unlikely.
Same. Yeah.
Especially 5 years from now. Unlikely.
Maybe like 24, 25. Maybe like being here for some sort of transition a little bit, and then hopefully like 26, 27.
27 would probably be some time that I would start making moves.
Where
on,
would you want to go?
I want to backpack Europe around that time. But
I can just picture Fischer in a backpack, like on Instagram. Like that's just kind of what I
Yeah.
see. That's what like
All over the
27-year-old
world.
Fischer. Yeah.
Yeah, I could too.
Just Fischer
with
with
like a
backpack
dog.
somewhere. He's got a dog. Yeah.
just a backpack and a dog.
Yeah. What else do you need?
Where do you see yourself, Grant? You don't see yourself in Missouri?
Possibly, but not St. Louis or Springfield. Maybe KC. Like, she wishes. No, just giving you credit. No, but like, I don't know. Like when I think of Missouri, like I like to be like kind of close, mostly to St. Louis, because like I've definitely got some roots there. Maybe Springfield too, but like I mean, KC's like. I've only been there twice in high school. I've never experienced KC like
It's awesome.
as a 21-year-old and up person. Like, I don't know. I think KC would be a good move. So.
I just feel like so much has changed in the past 5 years. And then like whenever you throw in
Say
the aspect
that.
of like I'm not
You're
gonna be
asking-
like
Yeah. Good.
like 5 years ago where I was, like I would have never guessed where I am now. Like I wouldn't
Right.
have guessed I have a podcast right now. I wouldn't have guessed I've like tried jujitsu. Like a lot of things like I'd be like, wow, that's who that guy is now.
Yeah,
Like,
telling 17-year-old Casey in 5 years you're going to New York.
Yeah.
That's wild.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like especially
And that was
whenever
like a rough year for me, so I would not think that I am like
Yeah.
where I'm at now.
But
Like,
that's so cool though. Like,
Yeah.
You kind of wish, like, I wish 17-year-old would know, like, would have
This
found
is,
like,
like, going
a
on.
note in a bottle somewhere on an ocean. You're gonna go to New York. It's like
I know. Actually, it's so weird. 6 years ago, I was in New York City for the first time, like around this time.
No,
Now I'm moving there. Isn't that weird?
would you ever guess like at the time?
No, I never thought that.
That's wild.
Did you
That's
when
wild.
you were up there? Were you like, oh, I could definitely see myself?
I like always told my parents like it'd be cool to live in a city like this. Like just because St. Louis isn't like made up enough, like we can't live down there, it's dangerous and stuff. But like
Yeah, that was a little rough.
I've always told my parents like it'd be cool while you're young. Like you know, like
Yeah.
my parents are like it's the best time to do it right now. Like
Absolutely.
you can always come home or you can always go somewhere else. So
Do you have like an end game? You probably don't want to be asking these. Sorry, I don't.
no, you're fine. Like I guess 5 years
is
from
New
now,
York
do I
gonna
still
be-
see like myself in New York?
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I could see myself like moving somewhere else. My dad wants me to move to Nashville or Charlotte, like really bad.
Nashville, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard question to ask whenever you're like trying to like meticulously plan out the future. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
Like,
I just want it to like happen.
because like when you go to New York, like different desires might emerge that you didn't
Right.
even like know. Like and then that leads to one thing, which leads to another.
Sure.
Yeah. Or I can just like really like the city life, or I might just be like, okay, yeah, no,
Overwhelming,
like
yeah.
this is too much for me, like 24/7.
I will
But-
say I'm excited and I'm envious of you in this aspect of being graduated. I felt like so tied down. Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like I want to do all these things, and I feel so tied down to Springfield
You're
right
ready
now.
to go for sure.
Oh, like I've been ready to go since 18. Like,
Yeah.
and I just feel so like just tied down. Like
I have to stay here and do this. Like I'm just you're just
yes.
ready to go. Yeah.
Like very limited. I feel limited.
Yeah.
In college.
Well, and like this is the best time to do it. Like none of us are in relationships. We don't have a family, you know. So like,
hey, we're all catches, by the way. Like we're not struggling to. I just wanted to throw that out there. Like we choose the single life. Yeah, okay.
It didn't choose us.
Yeah, exactly. We choose it.
But 5 years from now, I really want to start a business. Like by the time I'm 30, so doing interior design. So hopefully I'll be like have an idea for that, but I don't know where I'll be. I hope at that point I will be in like somewhat of a serious relationship where it's married or by 30 or 27. But 30, I hope,
Yeah, that's exactly where like my timeline is. Don't get excited. Like 26, 27, like more serious relationship, and then like later 20s, early 30s, like marriage and kids, blah blah blah, and whatever.
Jordan's like, I don't have that idea.
I just don't know.
Jordan's like, I don't talk to women.
I feel like if I would like. This is dumb because I just said I hate when people plan, but like I would like to be married by the time I'm 28 at least because like I want to have kids and I don't want to be like too old where it's like hard to have kids. Yeah, that's my thought process.
Yeah.
So 5 years from now, basically just still working.
Hey, I mean you're still
and graduated still.
Yeah.
Okay, what's our
next question?
Selfish people. That's all I wrote down. Just selfish people. Thoughts?
Casey just gets clenched fist. Okay. Yeah,
one person's name's coming in mind.
Yeah, I mean that's naturally gonna happen. We can all think of someone that just really sticks out when it comes to that characteristic being thrown out there. So
I think the hardest thing with selfish people, with people like us who are like very giving and understanding, I feel like it's hard for us to even like try to understand their mentality. And like when someone is so selfish that they just don't even know that they're selfish, so it's like hard for me to even like want to like care. Like I just can't. Like
see, I think that all of us in some way, to an extent, all of us are selfish.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like all of us are doing things that are solely like benefiting ourselves. Like absolutely.
I can think of one thing that's selfish about everyone. When you take a picture of a group of people, you first zoom in on yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's like you. That's
I think I do. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But that's just like, I feel like that's just human nature also.
Yeah.
Like you want to be like, okay, make sure, like, okay. But
and then check the others.
Yeah. Oh, they look fine.
Well, going off of that, I have always, I think it says a lot about a person whenever like they look really good in the picture, but that maybe not a lot, but it says something about a person whenever they look really good in the picture and their friends like, like their friend just took like clearly their friend doesn't.
Yeah, zoom in.
Somebody during the body.
It's like they just ate something sour, like
Yeah, that's pretty mean.
This is so off topic, but you did a live video the other day, and you were eating whipped cream. And his face like got all contorted and stuff. He's like, I don't know why I just made a face as if that was really sour. I'm eating whipped cream. You just baffled yourself, and this is like at 1 a.m. or something. You're just like on your floor.
You came on that.
Yeah, I
like, what's up, Instagram? How you doing?
And I think I insulted you, then just got off with it. Sorry about that.
That was funny. I was just on there. I've never done a live video before. I was just waving at people.
I was cracking up at the beginning.
You were the only person that came on I knew. No, but like funny. Everybody came on, I was just like, "What's up?" I'm like,
Mr.
I'm waving
Popular,
at you.
The only one that he knew.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. Yeah, when it comes to like, we're talking. Sorry, I'm reeling it back in. When it comes to like talking about like trying to understand selfish people and how it like makes you just so frustrated and angry, like how can you do these things and just be so oblivious to it? Like, I don't know. Like for an example, like my mom like has these alerts when it comes to like we live out in Clayton, so like she looks at alerts like someone getting murdered, something happening, like just terrible things, and she just gets so flustered about it and it, like almost like alters her whole day, like. And, like, she just gets so mad. I'm like, Mom, like, people are screwed up. Like, I mean, I think, I don't know, I've done pretty well at just kind of coming to that conclusion. Like, people are screwed up.
You gotta accept that evil exists.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's out there and, like, almost to that extent, like, I mean, we can choose to live the completely selfish life. Like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like really extreme situations, like a 50-year-old man that has like 6 kids with all these different women, just goes out and parties it all the time, and he's just completely like, for himself.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, I mean, like, I don't know, I look at that and I don't really like get angry, like, why don't you do the right thing, blah, blah, blah. I'm just kind of like, people are screwed up. Like, that potential is kind of there for you. Anyone in your own way, shape, or form. But
oftentimes, like, if you have a selfish parent or if you're around someone selfish, you're most likely going to be selfish too, because they're never doing anything for you. So it's like a vicious circle, you know? Unless you are someone who's very, like, resilient and you're like, I do not want to be like that. Like, you know?
Yes.
That's, I don't know.
I feel like it's strong one way. Either, like, they go just as hard in the exact same way, or, like, they absolutely hated that characteristic from that person, and they take that and use it to better themselves. Like, I will not let that affect.
It alters like a completely opposite response. Because they know how shitty it is.
Has always like said her biggest pet peeve is selfish people. Like, she's really selfless, so she hates like selfish people.
I agree. Because like you said, like, I feel like you need to find a balance between being selfish and selfless. And nobody's 100% of one.
Yeah.
Like, even the most selfish people aren't 100%. They're still selfless to some degree.
Yeah.
But not only can I not understand them when I attempt to like empathize with selfish people, but like I almost pity them at this point, because like it's very unfulfilling. Or at least I would imagine.
One thing that I just cannot stand is people who just like constantly take and never give. Like, that's selfish. If you constantly want everyone to give to you, like if you're one of those friends who
just
you constantly
narcissist.
You just want everyone to give and you're never gonna like give back. You're just gonna take all the time. Like, you're selfish.
Yeah. It's hard to be like close with those people.
No, yeah.
It's really hard to be close.
It's exhausting. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And I think there's like,
someone just slide into your DMs.
Yeah.
It's a little shirtless boy.
Not another one.
Oh, I just thought of the way I said Greece, and I just got scared for a second. I was scared for Greece.
When it comes to like talking about like selfish people, like how it can be draining, like I think there are people that are very wait, sorry to cut you off, but Casey just survived. It's like the opposite of a little boy going through puberty. It's like, hey, what's up? Right. I guess it is that. No, it's the exact same. Casey just hit puberty.
Oh my god.
You guys ever see that Family Guy clip? It's like, hey guys, I'm gonna go play some baseball. No. Excuse me, I'm gonna go masturbate. It's so funny.
Fischer, we're doing so well up until keeping it low key.
Well, I was quoting it. That wasn't me. I was quoting it.
You were quoting Family Guy.
This is actually like kind of off topic, but one time Livy will be so mad at me. We went to a Mexican restaurant. She ordered a taco, and the guy was like, "What kind of meat do you want?" And she goes, "Beef." Like, literally.
Intentionally?
No. And me and her boyfriend at the time were like...
Was she burping at the time?
No, but then even the waiter was laughing. Like, we were all so confused. And she was
Olivia
so
Knowlton,
embarrassed.
everyone.
Shout out to Olivia. Sorry, Liv.
You're disgusting.
It's just like a masculine word, too. Like,
it was like, hi, can I get a taco? And then it was like, beef.
Beef.
It was so stupid. That was stupid.
No, that's funny. But we hit heads on that. We just hit heads.
What were we, the Three Stooges?
Oh my gosh.
It's funny.
How many more topics do we have?
You were saying something about selfish people.
Yeah, I was.
Or should we just transition? Or should we?
Or let's be selfish and just not listen.
Can I make a point?
Yeah.
I actually want to say, like, I feel like there are people that are like materialistically selfish, like constantly just taking physical things like money, food, whatever it may be, and then there's people that are emotionally selfish.
What do you mean by that?
Ooh,
They need love. They need love all the time. They need to be complimented, but they will never compliment anyone else.
They're the people that very, very like low key like sneak in like. I can think of a specific person, and I'm just gonna describe the situation and not say the name or anything, obviously like that. But we're just kind of talking about like, I don't know. She was like talking, and I'll be real, like I wasn't super attentive, and I was like kind of just trying to watch TV, and I was like kind of tired. Like, I was definitely giving that vibe, like, I just kind of want to relax right now. And, like, this person was just talking, and I just wasn't giving much back. And she just got to the point, she's like, I think I talk so much because, I don't know, I did not get much attention as a kid, blah, 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 from my parents. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Those kind of, that just drop that heavy shit on you. It's like, yeah, I don't know, like, you're 21, 22, like, you really need to just kind of move past, like, you're your own person at this point, like,
right.
I don't know, just...
Yeah, you shouldn't, that's like we always said, depending on someone else to make you happy, like, figure it out yourself.
And just, like, throwing that stuff on people just to constantly, like, I don't know, people constantly have to, like, tend to their, oh no, like, this person's gonna get upset. Like,
True.
Well, that's a horrible thing in our society now, like, oh,
yeah,
you hurt their feelings.
Buck up, dude, yeah, absolutely. People will get very offended.
It just gets really tense in here. Like,
everyone just grow up there and be fine with it. Yeah.
like everybody doesn't need a trophy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Participation trophy. It's like, no, it's first, second, third, and the rest of you do better. Like,
I can empathize with that, but at the same time, it's like it's like. I'll talk to you and like try to like sort this out a little bit, but at the same time, it's like I don't really feel like.
Yeah, but it's also like if you're second, you're the first to lose.
What? Say that one more time.
That was just mean. That was just mean. Okay, go.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, no, I think like, I think everyone has their corner. They got those certain people that they consider their corner, and if there's some like real stuff going down, like in family, whatever it may be, you have those people to talk to, but. I was not super tight with this person, so like it was just very...
So you just knew she was gonna be needy.
Exactly. Yeah, it was just like really inappropriate. Like she was just like kind of looking for someone to kind of like...
Jordan just understood.
Dump the problems. I get it now.
He was like,
I get it now.
Oh, got
Out their dirty laundry or whatever. It's
okay.
Like you have people you're closer with. Talk to them about it. Like I don't know.
Well, actually, there's a calm theory. No big deal. It's called social penetration theory. It's kind of like an onion, and you want to like peel off layers of the onion and
Shrek.
Like whenever somebody just lays something like that on you, like right off the bat, especially when it's like a problem that is very unappealing.
Yeah.
Because then you like it kind of like
I've totally done that too.
Really?
I've
done it too.
I remember in high school, like I did a little bit of that stuff, absolutely. Like, and it kind of like it turned people off, and then I kind of learned. I'm like, okay, like people don't like hearing.
People
this
want
stuff.
to see like only like your good side at first, you know, and then
weird.
you know, like you don't want to
Because
hear.
it kind of alludes to like oh, this girl's got problems.
Yeah.
Okay. Like.
Yeah.
Which I mean, we all got problems, but it's like
I got 99.
Yeah, exactly.
What you know. All right.
You know.
I was about to finish it. No.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to get really quiet. I got 99 and maybe I just sit there like cricket. Okay, well.
Do you guys want to talk about nostalgia of high school?
Grant's like, don't miss it.
Yeah, I mean, like
to be honest, I miss it like I do miss it. I thought it was so fun to see.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just to see like all your friends. Like, what were you gonna say though?
Like I just feel like you've had like so much fun in college too. Like
Okay.
you like have made like a lot of good friendships and stuff. I feel like, but
Yeah.
you still hang out.
So
with
it's
a lot
like
of
been
high school friends as well.
constant like good memories. So it's like, you know, like
Yeah.
which one do I?
I was surprised by like the friend groups that didn't last. Like a lot of people not turn their backs, but a lot of people have, and I've talked about this with you, but a lot of people have kind of. I thought we were better friends than we were. A lot of people have disappointed me. Like the relationship.
You have those like run-ins, and you're excited for
That's
them,
what I
and
said.
It's not reciprocated.
The biggest change.
Exactly. Or like you reach out to them and it's like, hey, how you been? What's up? And then you can tell they just don't really have any interest in like pursuing
Isn't it weird
conversation.
how people have changed though since high school? Like some people that you were close to and you just can't talk to now. Like you're just like awkward.
Yeah.
That's just like. But for me, like I loved high school. I thought it was super fun. I had a lot of friends, like good friends. Not. I didn't have a lot.
Okay, sneak that one in there. Everyone caught it. Casey, we get it.
No, I had a lot of genuine friends. I felt like.
Yeah, and you still obviously because
older
they
and
lasted.
our age. You know, I liked hanging out with the older class and like the younger. I didn't hang out with the younger class that much. Bailey, your sister, hung out with Bailey, but I liked it. You know, I played volleyball, and so
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't. I just hated the school.
No.
The school aspect, like being forced to like show up every morning, like. I mean, this is probably super common, but like, I just hated the school. I hated the school.
I feel like every high schooler is like, I hate that. You know?
What do you mean?
Like,
I feel like
all teenagers are like, oh, I hate going to school.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
I feel like you just like hated the system.
Exactly. Like
I feel like
it wasn't beneficial for like it really wasn't in my best interest.
You know,
like,
one thing I did like though is a lot of our teachers were really cool. Like at least for me.
we had some good
like
teachers,
Mr. A and Miss A. Shout out, Miss A.
Shut up.
Balt. Oh, Mr. Balt.
He was cool.
Oh,
he
man.
was cool.
He was great.
But yeah. There's some good people, and you expect to keep up with them a lot more than you do. But at the same time, I guess in that aspect, I'm kind of nostalgic, like I miss that friend group I had, or that friend dynamic over here.
Yeah.
I kind of miss like the carefree attitude. Like we weren't stressed about like
Yeah, it was
money.
pretty lax.
Like
yeah.
you know, like we were just like every single night, like what's everyone doing? I feel like most nights, like everyone was just chilling.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's so funny because like my parents have told me this, and I feel like you guys will agree with me. Like parents are always like in high school, like you'll say like, oh, like I'm gonna be tight with this dude forever. Like this is it. Like this is a lifelong buddy. And like your parents will always be like, wait till you get to college. Like,
Yeah,
things just
true.
change so drastically. And they almost made it to where like you don't hang out with anyone from high school. Like,
Yeah.
completely. And some
That
people,
is true.
Some
for
people
people.
have done that, but like I don't know. I'm still hanging out. Like I see like a decent amount of high school people. Like as long as I'm still cool with them, like.
Well, like what you're saying, a huge thing is social media. Like
Yeah.
there might not be people that I still know from high school, but like I only know things just from seeing their social media posts.
Maybe that's the reason why our parents say that is because like they didn't have social media like kind of like
Well, that's
keeping people connected.
I think that is why I was so like disappointed, as I was saying, like because I had like a theory going into it. I'm like, okay, our generation is gonna be way different. Like my parents are always saying, oh, you're only gonna keep up with like 2 people from high school. And personally, I keep up with
Fisher's
more
like
than that.
7. What's up?
Yeah. What's good, Mom? In your face.
Yeah. No, I actually do talk to.
I keep up with at least 10 plus.
I just
at
went
least.
to the lake with 6 girls
Yeah.
from high school.
True.
So
like, in my theory was that like because of social media, because how interconnected we all are now, like I just figured like, oh, we'll keep up. And in a way, I was right, but I just think I think a few people I like just expected to keep up with more. I'm also like the way I like commit to relate like friendships, relationships, anything like I'm like all in type. So like whenever people like disappoint me, it kind of like I've noticed it hurts me more than I think it hurts the like average person.
Yeah.
So that just keep that in mind.
next
Yeah.
year will be our 5-year reunion, and that's just.
Is that like a thing? Is there like a date to that? Like
It's like a thing, but I don't know when it is.
But we're not bringing dates.
You have to.
Cause we single. Oh.
You have to be graduated from college to go.
For real? crashing it
No,
out.
you idiot! No, they don't say that.
Why
You
do
know
I
how many
take-
people from Timberland wouldn't be able to go?
That's a really good point.
Why do I take you seriously?
Do you even have to graduate high school? Could you?
Yeah, you didn't even graduate from here, but come on.
Yeah.
I dropped dead junior year shows up. It's like, okay.
My parents said this is the one that everybody's really cocky at.
Oh, I've done
Everyone's
this.
gonna be. Oh.
And then, like, you'll see in, like, 5 years, like, people, like...
They said everybody's way more humble at the one after this one.
Yeah, everyone just kind of tones down a bit. It's like, okay, yeah. Because, like, this
Bringing all their hot girls or guys in that, you know? I feel like people will be showing off who they're with,
I'm sure.
Yeah, good point.
like who they're with, what they've achieved, their job, like
Yeah.
trying to brag about if they're rich.
Whatever their feeling of importance derives from, they're going to be flaunting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say the 5 year is like the career, graduating, where you're going, what's the move, and then the next, like the 10-year or whatever is
People are like married.
you're settled, you're settled down, like who you're with, like
True.
yeah,
Well,
Isn't it crazy that like people from our like we graduated with like what 550 people?
Yeah, a
something
lot.
like that.
I wonder how many show up.
Probably not even half.
I would agree with that.
Man, yeah, good point.
I stopped by 2
100,
people at graduation
200.
I never even knew.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like never even saw them.
Wow.
And I felt like for the most part I'd recognize.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm popular. I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like that like all of us are gonna marry people or be with people from completely different places.
Yeah.
And then some people will be
Then
together
there's
from
still,
high school.
there's still some of those high school couples. It's like that's cool.
Chanel and Zach, shout out.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just interesting. That's
Yeah. So, like, do we know when that is? Like, specifically?
No,
year
I
from
feel
now?
like some like.
How do we like find out about that? Like,
I would assume
I think-
Facebook. That's
Yeah,
what
that's what
Probably,
Chanel said. Like something about Facebook. Like they'll reach out to you on there and tell
Wait,
you.
I'm gonna like type in there. Can I come?
haven't graduated college yet, so.
I heard Stuco does it,
buddy.
so I guess you'll do it.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna put a lot into that. So.
That'd be cool. I mean, it'd be something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It'll be
It'll be interesting.
yeah.
That's the best word for it.
Actually, I do think about it every once because Kyle Adams used to bring it up a lot. He's like, "What do you think the first year reunion is going to be?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be like."
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to see.
I've debated if I even wanted to show up too. So like if I'm having those thoughts, I'm assuming other people are like,
If
do
it's
I even
like I
want
have
to go?
to like fly in for it, like
Yeah, true.
it's kind of dumb.
I'm gonna
feel
cry. I'm just kidding. I'll be fine.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna want to be proving themselves. Like look at me now. Look at who I am now, and they're gonna really want to like. They're gonna have something. They're gonna go in there with something to prove.
Yeah.
Which, like you were saying earlier, I don't know if this was before the podcast or like earlier on in the podcast, but you were saying something about how you don't like talking about yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how I'll be. I do not like. I don't want to bring up like anything about
Yeah.
me.
I
Like,
just kind of want to like hang out with the people, and just joke around,
Yeah,
like,
just,
kind
like,
of
talk
think
about,
back
like,
on
things,
times.
yeah, like we did.
I don't like if somebody starts flexing. I'm just gonna like, good for you,
Cool,
man.
dude.
Like
Then Jordan's like,
I can flex too. It's not on any accomplishments in life. I'm literally flexing.
well, that's what some people are good. Like some people, I'm curious who's like gained weight too. Who's gained weight? Who's gotten ripped? Like,
I gained it and then I lost it. So
not in like a pretentious way, what kind of, but
Yeah.
you know, it's
No.
like what? How have people changed?
I mean, the thing is, if people are
Physically,
losing,
yeah.
if people are losing weight, like Instagram is kind of like the way, like people like, and I love those kind of posts, like those. I don't know.
oh,
those
my
posts
brother
are-
dissed on me when I posted mine.
Probably.
He did. He's like, please don't post that.
No.
Oh, I know he said something about your pose, and I liked this comment.
Wait, what?
He's like, next time switch up the pose.
Oh, on that.
Oh, that was the
yeah.
most recent
He
one.
tries to destroy me on every single post,
Really?
but actually I destroy
My brother
him.
does destroy me.
How many likes did that comment get?
15. But for real, I literally showed up to the house yesterday. So my little brother just trashed me on Instagram, like commenting. He's like 14. And
Grant posted a shirtless pic.
all right, yeah, whatever. I know I have my douchey tendencies, and I have a really witty little smart-ass 14-year-old brother. It's just not a good combination. But yeah, no, I told some people, I'm like, you have to go look at what my brother said. Like, this is hilarious. So I made sure he knew that because he got a really big head off those 15 likes. Oh, we're so millennial. Jeez. Oh well.
Next topic. Oh, I like this question. I think I haven't read it yet, but all right.
You wrote it. You wrote
I
it.
just remember I read.
The order of those sentences. I like this comment. Actually, I don't know. Wait, I haven't read it yet.
I just remember writing it and be like, yeah.
I was like telling you what to write.
Yeah, Grease.
Beef.
It reminds me of that SpongeBob episode where he's like writing his paper. The break. I don't know if you guys remember.
No. I'm sorry.
I know too much about SpongeBob. Go ahead.
You do reference SpongeBob a lot.
Dude, it's great.
That's funny. How do you react when you have an instant connection and compatibility with someone?
So we were like talking about earlier, like, is there someone that you've met and like you could see a future with?
And how do we all answered, yeah, we all could relate to that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
100%.
You start like getting to know them.
Yeah, but like even just like, I don't know, connecting with them like right away and being like, wow, this person's really cool.
Yeah,
and
your
you just keep thinking
personality's
about
just-
them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't see them for like a few weeks, maybe like once in like a few months, but like they're still like in there. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, and it's just weird because like that doesn't
You
happen all the
lose
time.
sleep, you lose weight. No, I'm just kidding.
It's really
You start drinking.
You start drinking a
it
lot.
ruins your life.
All right, no.
It's like, okay, really? We just think about it.
You start shooting up in Maine. Like
But think about how many people you meet and like that's stop.
I don't always shoot up, but when I do,
happens in Maine, stays in Maine.
I'm in the Northeast.
Gosh.
But you have to specify.
Shoot up to me. I should have never said that.
You were saying something.
I was just saying, like, think about how many people you meet, and like, I don't think about having a future with like anyone. It's just like, you know, like maybe like one or two people that I've met.
Well, that's super special whenever they come along and they make a memorable impression enough for you to like dominate your thoughts. That's special. That
Yeah,
is-
you just walk away and you're like, damn, they were cool.
Sometimes it like actually pisses me off that I can let someone like consume my thoughts. Like I get like irritated.
Really?
Do you? Do you don't get like that?
I would say
Girls and guys are different though. Because I feel like guys can be like, yeah, whatever. Like, and girls are like, oh my god, like, is he gonna talk to me? Like, you know?
Yeah.
I'd say I get excited and fearful at the same time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like because I'm just so like dead set on like not settling down and just really like soaking up experiences that I'm like, no, get away, like don't, I'm not settling down, I refuse, like blah blah blah. So it's definitely a fear thing, like it's just not time. But then you think about it, it's like, well, you might be missing out on something.
Yeah,
something really beneficial.
And that person could like we were saying, like balance everything just fine, and it wouldn't even feel like you're tied down, you know, like because you only want them. So I don't know. I've definitely had that connection. So
yeah, same.
It's weird though. Mm-hmm. Isn't it weird that you could have found someone that already that you're going to be with forever?
That's weird to think about too.
There's a statistic on that. It's
like you're
really
supposed to meet him by like
you've already met him by 21. Like there's like a 70% chance you've already met him.
Yeah.
I did read that one time, and I was like, oh, that's weird.
Guess I'm single forever.
Casey's like, well, yeah, Casey's like going through like the high school. You're like, where are they? Like,
spill everywhere.
See, I don't think either of us saw that. You could have totally pulled it off.
No, but everybody on the podcast would have been like, wow.
We always saw that.
What shirt contest? What? Oh, we're all wearing dark.
I'm not going to say what you tweeted, but do you remember when you did Timberland compliments and you tweeted about me?
Timberland compliments?
Yeah, like the Twitter Timberland compliments.
I forgot I did that. I forgot I did
when
that.
You tweeted about me?
That was a big thing. That I remember.
Let's just say he said Casey Holmes, another word for big A. You know.
I said that. I said that.
I know. You were sitting next to me and you're like, hey, have you seen what's on Twitter yet? Someone complimented you. And I was like, I don't have Twitter, Jordan. And then like people were showing me and I totally would have not thought it was Jordan. And then came out that Jordan was the one behind the scenes.
You found out that like last week or?
No.
I could be wrong because I barely remember that, but like I may have come up with the idea and then in my math class, because like I was the one who came up with the idea for sure, but I'm not positive that I actually started the account.
I think Matt.
Kyle Stevens, Adam Engel, and a few other people like may have actually executed that. But I definitely came up with the idea. I don't know if I did that or not. But I do remember everybody like talking about it at school, and I was like, "Oh, I came up with that."
I'm the guy. Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know if I did. I may have like been the one behind that, or it was. Or
do you know what tweet I'm talking about?
No, but I could see myself saying that too. So I don't know.
Okay, totally off topic. I don't know where that came from.
Go look it up.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. That swept the school for a little bit. That was junior year. I remember.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, do you guys believe in soulmates?
I don't believe in one soulmate.
Me either.
I believe that
Multiple wives.
Yeah, absolutely. All about it. Yeah, for sure, 100%. No, but like, I feel like so many people are like, the one. Where's the one at? When are they gonna come in and just sweep me off my feet and I'm just gonna fall hard for them like I'm yours?
This expectation.
I just feel like
I believe people can fall hard, absolutely, but like I don't think there's that one.
I feel like there's so many people in the world that you could be compatible. Not so many. I feel like there's like more than one person in the world that you could be compatible with just as much as someone else. But I feel like you meet the right person at the right time.
Yeah.
And like there might be someone else who'd be just compatible, but you didn't meet them for a reason. You met the person that you're like supposed to be with. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've honestly seen situations in which with stories and stuff about people getting married and blah blah blah. Like people will come into the life at one time. Like, and then the person they'll like split up for a little bit, and then they'll like run back into each other like 4 years later. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, and like your curiosity, like you have to kind of like invest in it a little bit,
right?
And like kind of see like maybe there's something here. Like the fact that they come into my life so randomly. I'm talking about you, Fisher. When we run into the library, no, I'm just kidding. I just thought about it. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
That is a really good point.
I actually just met this girl who like dated this guy like all through her 20s. They broke up. She got married to this guy for 3 years. It was horrible. They got divorced. She ran into her ex-boyfriend, and now they're dating again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe they just needed a little time apart to grow and learn
Isn't it
about each
crazy,
other,
then?
and then come back.
That is a good point, though. The timing is really important because, like who you are now isn't going to be like we were saying in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like this version of me is not who I was a few years back. So like I was a lot more immature a few years back, and maybe if I met that particular person, then I wouldn't be like who I was meant to be when I met them, and they wouldn't be who they were meant to be whenever I met them.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a really good point. And also, like, going off of that, like, relationships are interesting. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, like how every person brings out a different side of you. Like, you guys are really goofy, and I think part of this is because of the podcast. Like, you guys bring out a really goofy side of me.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, I like who I am when I'm hanging out with you guys. You know what I mean?
Like it.
Like, exactly.
You can reel it in a little bit. It's becoming too much.
like some people bring out really like philosophical side of me. Some people bring out a very like I don't know, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's all about like finding what you like, the side of you that you really like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What side of yourself do you like the most?
Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like I have a very like.
You have like complete opposite sides.
Yeah, I do. I have a very like. Very vast personality. I feel like that's not conceited. I just feel like I can get along with a lot of different people. And
What do you like? What side of you do you like the most?
What side of me do I like the most?
Yeah.
I like the smart ass side. I'm gonna be real. Like I just.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what I like about myself. Like goofball.
That's how I meet people and get to know people. Like when I'm like, I just started this job being a lifeguard, like up on a rooftop pool, and like I just make a low key like comment to someone, and like it sparks up some conversation. We laugh a little bit, and then like that's
and I feel like if someone can't go with that, then like
that automatically to me is like.
So you like the people that you can be that side of yourself.
Yeah, if someone can like take like a sarcasm joke or just me like joke, like when I'm like doing a dig to you, I'm not being serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Unless
no,
you like
not at
genuinely
all.
like piss me
I
off.
probably at this point would have hurt myself.
You would have been dead.
He's been harassing me for years now.
Oh, the first 2 minutes of the podcast was brutal.
All right, I'm gonna leave.
But that's like if you can't like give it back to me or at least like take it, then like
It's like okay, yeah, absolutely, yeah. People that don't have a sense of humor, I don't even like. They're not.
I don't even
like
get
me,
how
probably.
they can like function on Earth if you don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah, true.
Some people just get in their grind, like get in their mode, like work and school and home and
like
it.
anger though.
I feel like that's why like I kind of struggle getting along with like elders in a lot of ways. Like not all of them, but like some of my aunts and uncles, like I like don't have much of a relationship with them because they like I'm unable to joke around with them. I feel like or I don't know what to joke around with them about.
Yeah.
Or like you just feel like you have to be so serious.
Yeah, and like I'm like okay, I don't really have much of an interest in like I'm not saying all of them, more one side of my family, but
Call them out.
Yeah, they won't watch this, but
yeah, no, I totally get that. Like I don't know, like
You just tried that last drop, like literally it was a drop.
I did that too. It just felt natural. I'm paused and talking. They're talking. This is a good time to get a drink. There's nothing in here, but I'm not gonna hold it up to my face and put it back down.
I'm not kidding, I watched it. It was like a drop, like he tried to sit down like nothing happened.
Did the same thing,
He
like,
tried to pretend like it was so real.
You're just talking naturally, and you just naturally grab for the cup. It's like right
Little do you
here.
guys know there's nothing in here for the past hour. I just act like I'm sipping, but you can't.
Okay, now you're just coming off as stupid.
Alright, we need to reel it back in. We're getting too
so casual.
Anyways,
Does jealousy have value in driving humans, or is it purely a negative emotion?
both.
cop out answer.
No, I don't. Wait,
Explain.
yeah. Wait, let me read it on here again because like it confuses me. No, it's like back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, I get good handwriting.
No,
I
we
can't
don't
reach
want
it.
yours.
You
We
can't
want
read
this one.
chicken scratch. There's jealousy. What is it again?
Does jealousy have value in driving humans, or is it a purely negative emotion?
Okay, I think it has both because, like, let's say, which isn't a good thing. Like, let's say there's a girl that makes you jealous. You're like, oh, she looks good. I'm gonna look like her. So that, you know what I'm saying? It drives you to be
I've
like.
never felt that way about a girl.
I was about to make a joke.
That actually has never happened to me, but I was just trying to like give an example.
Totally.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I also think it's just like it is a negative emotion. Like, you should just not get jealous. Like, as hard as it is, like if you're in a relationship or just about your friends, you just really should not get jealous, because what does it do besides just work you up, you know?
Yeah.
True.
I think jealousy can definitely motivate you and push you to better yourself.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to like successful people, like say like a good example, like Jake Schmidt, for example. Like,
Oh, yeah.
shout out Jake Schmidt, like you've met Jake a few
Yeah.
times too, yeah. Like he's doing like really well, and that's all like that's super cool.
Episode number 36. If you want to know how Fidget Spinner started, promoting.
There you go. But yeah, no, you look at that and like, and you can be like, oh my god, like he's like traveling the world, like blah blah blah, and get like almost angry about it, and like, but like I don't know, you can kind of use that. That's Jake Schmidt. This isn't actually happening. I'm just using it as an example. I'm like,
Grant hates you.
Like, hey, Jake Schmidt, he's doing so well. No, but like, you can use that to push yourself to do better and like kind of see attributes that you like and kind of take them for yourself and apply them to yourself. But as long as it doesn't become consuming. Because like all of us, like it's just like, when's the point where you're not jealous anymore? Like do you have to like match the person where he's at? Do you have to surpass him? Like,
Right.
if you allow jealousy to just have you keep going when you've already like kind of like showed him up, that's when it becomes
So
dangerous.
that's a negative
Yeah,
emotion.
I think
I agree. I think it can be both.
Yeah,
You're right. Like, where's the end destination there?
Yeah, so like if you want to like be more rich than this guy, then you're going to be like so motivated, like I want to beat him by this many millions, and if I'm not, then I'm still jealous because I'm not that much better than him. Like that's negative.
Yeah, and it becomes you're just constantly unfulfilled, and you just can't be happy that way. You have to be like content.
So let's say like I agree 100%. Like with the end point in mind, like where is the end there? Like are you ever going to be fully satisfied?
Yeah.
But let's say there is hypothetically like an end point that you actually do end up reaching.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same feeling? Is it going to be as gratifying
As out to be.
as if your gas, like whenever your gas tank's full of jealousy and hate towards somebody else, then is that going to be as gratifying as if your intentions and your your gas tank's full of love or compassion or whatever that may be?
No, because like if you reach the point just to like beat that specific person,
Yeah,
then you are
it's
just
rotten
full of
intention.
negative emotion.
It's kind of like the same concept as like how you define success. Like if you're like I don't know, let's say you're an aspiring like musician and you do like very well by amateur status, like, and you're very, very good in that, but like you're like, I want to be bigger than the Beatles, and you just never get there. Like you're very good and you're like maybe even like a pretty big celebrity, but like your definition, is like of success is I want to be the biggest thing since the Beatles.
It's just like kind of like
like are you ever gonna get there?
Yeah.
it's like a little bit of obsessiveness.
Yeah.
You need to calm down, dude. You're not going to be as good as the Beatles.
That's just like impossible.
Just become a realistic. You have a realistic goal. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think having rotten, like, not good intention can definitely, like, I don't know, change your mood when you get to that point, and like definitely affect how fulfilled you are. Like, if your motivation, like, in getting successful is to like I've thought about this. Like, I just think of people in my life that like are a little bit more wealthy and stuff, and they just kind of like do these random little acts that just like help people.
Right.
And like that, like I saw that attribute. I'm like, that motivates me. I want to be able to get in a spot, not to where like I'm just showing how much like money I have or anything like that.
You're
but
genuine. Be genuine.
I want to get to a spot where I can help people, like absolutely genuinely.
Like
and,
little acts,
not flashing or anything, but like absolutely just those small little things.
They go a far way. Like, I've been in, this is so dumb, but I've been in Chick-fil-A lines like 3 times where the person in front of me like buys the meal.
Yeah,
Your
Chick-fil-A
meal.
is going to be the place that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. And then like it's supposed to be like an effect, like, you know, a domino effect. Like then you're supposed to buy the person behind you, and it's supposed to just be like kindness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Which is why probably like people, going back to the selfish aspect, is why the selfish people are restricting that of happening more frequently.
Yeah.
Like when you're only thinking for yourself.
I remember the first time it happened to me, I was like 16. And I was like, oh, someone paid for my meal. Didn't pay for the person behind me.
Oh.
And I got home and I was like, Mom, they paid for like, it was like my whole family. So I was like, Mom, they paid for the like whole families. And my mom was like, did you buy the person behind you? And I was like, no, I'm like, that was just me being like dumb young girl. But then I was like, oh, like I feel really bad that I.
What if you just get some like 3 nuggets, and then the people behind you, it's like a family of 6. It's like what?
You get a drink. Like what?
You just yell, but you're in the drive-thru. You yell, but you get one thing, all right? You got a $6 limit. If you pass it, that's it. You're done. You're cut off.
I actually think people do that though. They probably will be like, I'll pay for like one part of the meal.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I've never heard of that. I mean, I guess I've heard of that happening, but that's really cool that it's actually happened to you.
Like, you know the Christian station Joy FM, like 99.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, like being joyed, and they'll give you a sticker or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You learn something new every day.
Go to Chick-fil-A more, you'll get free food.
Jordan's like going there every single day. It hasn't happened to me.
When do I get my free meal case?
I just keep going up in line, like, what do you want, sir? It's like, I'll get this. All right, that'll be $5.99. I was like, all right, deuces.
No, he's like, I'll get whatever the person in front of me will pay.
You pull up the first meeting. Did they offer to pay? No, I don't want anything actually. Take it all back, give it to someone else. I want Chick-fil-A now.
Actually, like Libby said that we could all go get something together, so maybe.
Sounds kind of fun.
I don't know.
Cool.
Well, there's a Drake line that I really like going off of jealousy.
Drake, Aristotle, one of the two.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Jealousy is just love and hate at the same time. Because it kind of is, like, in a way, like, if like, going off of, like, Jay Schmidt.
Yeah.
Like,
You love what he's doing.
yeah, like, you're there's some admiration there, like, for him.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's really cool.
Or if it's like relationship type, it's the same way. If you're in a relationship,
Elaborate, yeah.
like, okay, if you're in a relationship and you're jealous of your like partner because, like, let's say you think they're flirting with someone, you're jealous because you're like, you hate that they do that, but you're also jealous because you like love them and you don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
That's your like love coming out. Like, don't do
You
that.
protect it, like,
Yeah.
no, she's mine or whatever, yeah.
But isn't that kind of weird though? Like,
Oh, it
'cause
is, totally.
They like you're jealous because somebody else made them happy. It's like, no, I'm the provider of their happiness. Like,
Yeah.
calm down. Like, yeah, good point.
Yeah, it's just that.
That's just human
if you-
nature, though.
Yeah, like with the relationship thing, like if you chose to be committed to one another, that's just kind of it. So, I don't know. I don't know if they answer the question, but
No, that's really interesting because it kind of is like.
yeah.
But doesn't the spite and the hate from jealousy derive from like you comparing yourself to them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comparison
that's
is like a
definitely
huge
the
thing, I feel like.
Yeah, it's definitely the cause of it, I would say.
It's like in like insecurity at the same time. It's like,
Oh, totally.
I'm not good enough. They got results that I desire,
Yeah.
and I'm not good enough to get those, so I'm gonna hate them for that.
Well, that's what
See
a lot
what
of things is. Like, people are mean sometimes because they're jealous, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, but like when it comes to that situation, like trust, that's the big thing. Like you trust the person, like you should not be upset. Like, I mean, I don't know, if you're like, if it's either you're super insecure about yourself or like this person that you're with, maybe like you do have a reason not to trust them. Like that's kind of like how I see it for the reason. I don't know. Like,
No, I just... Never mind. I totally just thought of something that's really mean.
okay, well, keep it to yourself.
Hey, we've seen improvement with treating Grant nicely through the duration of this
I
podcast.
was just gonna
What
joke
a
around and
freaking
say,
angel.
like, a lot of guys are jealous of Grant because he's ugly, but still gets girls.
Yeah, you know what? You remember when you said like you weren't gonna say it? You said it. You went.
I had to let you know.
Yeah, I
Drink
knew-
your water.
I'm thirsty. All right, let me get this drop.
Did you drop it? That sounded like the Cookie Monster. All right. What?
Yeah, that's
Were
it.
you listening to it, Five?
I did. He sounds like...
What does it sound like?
I'm done. I'm not saying it.
Do you guys
No,
remember
but
the sound
the
I could
last time you said you weren't going to say something, you ended up saying it anyway, so I'm waiting.
She's waiting for one of us to talk so she can interrupt us.
That's right.
Do you guys remember the sound I could do? The neck.
Yeah, I
remember
do.
Yeah.
Do it.
Should I do it? I've never done it before on the podcast.
That's
I haven't done this in a while actually, so
the
I might
cough
need
was
some.
it? That was the sound.
Cool.
This sounds like a mixture of Fergie and Jesus. Just anybody out there?
Brothers,
I still
had a sore throat for a month and a half.
Not the right environment for me acoustically.
It used to sound better, right? It used to sound
Scary.
better.
It's scary.
But
Mating?
Oh my gosh, there's someone.
All these birds start flying. It's like Evan Almighty when they're coming in the window. Oh, jeez. Okay, birds, not pterodactyls.
Yeah, no kidding.
it's like, is there a helicopter here? Where's all this? Why are the trees moving? Like,
Oh my gosh.
God,
it's like those things from Avatar. Those big.
This
those
is like
things
cut down a 360. Like we were so serious at some point.
That's
Actually,
cool,
not a
though.
360, a 180.
Yeah, okay. When we get back to the series, then you can throw out that comment, but we're not ready for it yet. So.
Do we have more topics?
No, I'm out.
Really?
Do you guys want to keep going? I'm down to keep going or stop, whatever you guys want to do.
I'm trying to think of something super random.
I think we should all just say. We should all say something nice about each other, I feel like.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool. All right.
All right, you start.
Wait, can we go this way? Because it's going to be a little tougher going.
Okay, first I'll do Jordan. Something I like about him is that he like stays true to himself. Like he doesn't let anybody like affect his mood, and he just
Going back to what you said.
I thought he was going to be like, you're right. I do that. It's like, all right.
No, like if there's anything I really like about myself, it's that.
Yeah.
It's that. Like I really.
you stay confident in who you are as a person. And I think that's something like really admirable.
I don't let other opinions dictate like.
Jordan's like pushing himself up. He's like, yeah, Jordan.
You're right, but I mean, I'm better than you think. I'm better than you
More
think.
than one thing.
You start
Okay, and something that I really like about Grant is that he's a people person. Like anyone could just talk to Grant. He's very easy to talk to.
Yeah, the
I mean,
place-
even my parents like him.
The place I'm working at, there's all kinds of people there, so.
No, you've always been like that. Like I feel like everyone's always been like, oh, Grant. Like, you probably don't want him to think of you like
Yeah,
that.
all
but,
cutesy and whatnot, yeah.
but that's what I have to say about you guys. Genuine people.
Cool. Thanks, Casey. Appreciate it. That's a good idea. No, this is a good idea to end it. All right, my turn, okay? All right, Fisher, for you, I would definitely say you kind of stole mine a little bit, but when it comes to different kinds of people, like
Yes. So right. So sorry.
but I don't know. For some people, there's people that are a little. They just kind of look different than the people you normally interact with. Like, might look a little shadier, might look a little less unkept, and like I don't know. You can talk to every
And
kind of person.
It doesn't judge them.
Absolutely, and
No judgment zone.
You're good at finding a solid, similar basis. You find that basis, and you just kind of like I don't know. And it's a selfless way of talking to people and like expanding.
What do you mean by that basis?
Like common interest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you find something, you just kind of like, I don't know, you expand on that, I would say. And that's like selfless talking, because you could easily be talking about soccer, and someone could be sitting there, I don't give a shit about soccer, and he keeps talking. Like, you really don't do that at all, so.
You're very you get engaged with people very well.
Yes.
Even if you even if you're not listening at all, you at least act like you are.
Yeah, you play the part.
Like me, sometimes I'm just kind of
It's like yeah.
All right, and then for Casey, okay, like, for real, like, you are so freaking funny, and I just love that. Like, you dish it out just as much as, like, you take it, and it's just... Oh, like that aspect of your personality is just so much.
You guys look over. I have tears streaming down my face.
Oh, jeez. All right. Yeah, no, but like your personality is just so much fun, and you have like a super big heart too, which is super cool as well.
Aw, Grant.
Okay, well.
So cute. See, that's what I'm talking about. Aw,
Yeah,
Grant.
I know. I say some stuff like, oh, that was. Yeah. We're waiting.
I literally just get the last part of that, just hearing what you guys like about me, and put it on replay. I listen to it on my way to work in the
Casey hears
subway.
hers, and then she's like,
You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Oh my gosh.
I would say, well, for both of you guys, I think you guys are extremely genuine, very genuine people for sure, and very real.
yeah.
I think that goes for both of you. You're my favorite girl from high school, for sure. For sure.
You,
Yeah, like-
Lexi, and Liv, like you guys are great for sure.
Squad. Yeah, I would agree. Like I feel like myself around you. Like I like that. I like that. Like I like being able to like that goofy side. Like I was saying, like everybody brings that different side. Like I feel like I can really say like anything, especially this group too.
Yeah.
But like I feel like I could say like anything around you.
Yeah.
And it like
Just look at the text.
like oh, group chat got weird.
I started a group chat up until the podcast. Things just got strange. Like, if you're tight with us, we'll show you. But yeah, we'll keep it at that.
Even if you're tied with us, I don't know.
Maybe not even that. Midgets and drummers.
But yeah, I guess I feel funnier. You know, like I just feel hilarious.
Well, I'm glad I can make you feel that way.
That's so important though. When it comes to humor, like no judgment. Like I like that aspect. Like I think that's why this podcast was so fun. Like I've laughed on this podcast honestly probably more than almost any of them.
Yeah.
I can't think of one that I've laughed more on. Honestly, I've laughed on a lot of them, but like this one was hilarious.
This was goofy.
Yeah.
And we talked about some cool things.
Yeah.
And you're very
Suck it the rest of the podcast. We're the funniest. No.
very good at building other people up and like laughing at when like you have a very I guess loud laugh. It's a good thing.
Obnoxious.
But like
I've been meaning to tell you about
that makes other people feel important when they're around you. It's like, oh, I feel good. I'm funny.
Yeah.
I'm funny. Like that was me. Like
Thank you guys.
I made her sound like a polar bear. You know? That was me. That was me. That was the first animal that came to mind. What's a monkey? Would that be a better laugh? I don't know.
Banshee.
What's
Sorry.
I don't even know what that is.
We were supposed to be nice the last couple of minutes. It's like, I'm just kidding, guys.
Casey's laughing. My bad. I take that back. It doesn't.
I do like breathe a lot during my laugh. I'm like you guys.
I'm gonna notice it now. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that one.
I'm sorry. Oh. Okay.
It's true. You ease it. Yeah, you like breathe into your laugh and then you just go into it. That's great.
It takes a lot of
I'm
energy.
changing my favorite thing about it. I like how you breathe into your laugh.
In the nose, out the mouth.
Oh gosh, now everyone who ever listened to this is gonna be like, wow, Casey's laughing. It's messed up.
She did. Oh, she keeps doing it. Oh no, like I'm noticing a lot now.
Can't stop.
You just edit it to where every time that happens, laugh. You just like interject the word laugh and it laugh.
I'll put it in the
It's just
intro.
like quiet, but you just put like Casey's laughing. You don't want to hear.
Like these hurt right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Grant. Definitely the genuine aspect, and I would say the same thing. Like, I feel like you're very easy to open up to because you're because you are so friendly, and you make me feel like comfortable, which is good.
Yeah.
And you're always down to kick it too. Like you know, like
Yeah.
Kick what?
Not a soccer ball. So.
Like do like other things than just like what everybody else like. I don't like. I've been at a weird point in life, like in college, as you know. Like I don't really enjoy going out that much. I just don't find it fun, fulfilling. Like I don't know. Like I like going out in moderation, but like most of the time I just get kind of bored.
Yeah.
And you're the friend down at school that I really enjoy like doing other things with. You know, like whether that be sports, whether that be I guess well-rounded.
Chess.
Chess. We play a lot of chess.
A lot of freaking chess. Chess is great. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Aww. Just a bro moment.
Casey, leave the room. All right, parents walked up until this minute.
And I love your opinion about competition. I think that is so cool.
Oh, Grant and I were so pissed during the volleyball game.
Really?
Oh, we were looking at each other. We were like,
Well, she kept looking at me. She would look at me and just be like, she'd be like, ooh.
He's like, I hate that I'm like my dad.
Yeah, my dad's very competitive, and
I'm like that too. I was getting pissed. Like, okay, someone should have subbed out.
Won that. I think we could have won that.
Oh,
No, I'm not. Yeah, like I feel like we're all kind of the same way in that aspect. Like we love to compete, but at the same time, we have fun while we compete.
And we don't want to be like hurt anyone's feelings, so we were just like.
And we're all really good. There is that aspect.
I feel like I'm just gonna throw this out there. From now on, I should be next to Mason because I can set it to him and he can like hit it down.
I like that.
Yeah, I know for sure. Podcast doesn't care, but yeah, we're on that same page.
Yeah, we should probably sum up the podcast.
Yeah, I think that's
Cool.
It's a good wrap.
Love you guys.
Did you want to talk about your job at all?
Me?
No, I think we're at a good wrap
Okay.
point. It's wild. It's a zoo where I'm working at. If you want to know about it, ask me.
Hour and a half.
Stories.
That's long.
That's a good.
That's
a good
so
one.
long.
That went by
Wow.
fast.
It always goes by fast. It's crazy.
Like,
What's your longest one again?
Did you say it was like 2:45?
yeah, 2 hours,
What's
45
your
minutes.
average? Would you say?
I'd say average is about an hour and a half
Okay.
ish. But the things that
We're
make
better
me
than
feel
home.
most alive are things like this and having a conversation because, like you said, like
Yeah.
it went by so quick, and that's why, like, I'm just trying to do more things of what I enjoy.
Yeah.
At this point in life,
That
Like,
was fun. Like I want to have more conversations like that. Like you know.
So it is.
And because like they were serious, and then we were also joking. So we were
it's
talking
so
about like real things.
important. It's so overlooked. I feel like.
That was,
Don't you
so,
think?
that was so genuine, but it was so cute. He's like, you have to. Like it was from Elf when the woman's like, but the children love the book.
the children.
It's not in the budget.
Okay, all right.
But like, and I've told a few people this, so don't feel too special. But this is the reason I started a podcast, you know?
Right.
Like to sit around and have these awesome conversations with people I care about, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
see how I looked at Grant when I said that?
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
like, because I think these are important. They document like that experience, and like I'm able to listen to them, and like it triggers the same emotions of what I was feeling when I was there. Like it makes me happy when I listen to like ones like this. Like
Yeah.
like oh, we're hilarious. Like after like if I'm
totally
having a
gonna
down
listen to
day.
this.
No, totally.
It's so fun.
But yeah, I think it's really important. I think it's important in today's world to sit down and have these genuine conversations, because how often do you really sit down and just like have the objective of having a good conversation?
Yeah.
With no distractions. Like none of us
Yeah.
were on our phones. We were just enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, anytime I talk to anyone,
up,
even
hang
me, like I'm on my phone a lot. You know, so
Absolutely.
that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm in social, like I'm on my phone a lot too. But like anytime like people are sitting there on their phone, I'm just like, hey, hang up, hang out. Like let's talk, let's go, let's do something. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that's important. Speaking of going to do something.
Time
Cool.
to go. Bye,
Absolutely.
guys.
Deuces!